Hi everyone, this is Sahiti. It's nice to meet you all. So I'm working as a QA team lead currently in Digital Talk. This is a Sweden-based company, and my topic today is regarding the QA techniques to test a large pool of test cases, which where we have large pool of input data, which we need to test as per the requirements. So considering the time which we get to test a value or perform a test case execution, or the budget constraints which we have for particular number of limited resources which we have. So in that case, we won't able to cover all the scenarios or cover all the data which we need to test. So in this case of large pool of combinations or large input where we can't test every each and every single value. For example, let's take a mobile input field where we have number of mobile numbers to input and number of multiple combinations which we need to test. For example, let's see the numbers here at the end. There is 3210, 3211, 3212, so on. So in this case, we can say that there are n number of combinations which we can't test each and everything in a particular amount of time, or but each and every value for which human can't test. So in this case, we use few special techniques that can be that we can select a particular inputs selectively, so that we can ensure that each and every scenario is covered. So those two techniques are equivalence partition technique and other one is boundary value analysis. So by using these two techniques, we can achieve the total coverage of input valid and invalid fields in a large pool of data. So let's learn about equivalence partition. So in this technique, if the similar kind of inputs are divided into separate equivalence classes, so that we can ensure that each and every class is tested as per their similarities. And covering large number of classes means that we will ensure every data set is covered as per their similarity level, and we will ensure that we will divide the each class as invalid partition and a valid partition, and we will check all the one or the few more values in particular set of partition. Like we will take few valid partition inputs and few invalid partition inputs, so that we cover every partition and ensure the quality. So second is the boundary value analysis technique. So this process is testing the extreme ends or the boundaries of the particular inputs which we give in an input field. So we can name it also as the start and end points, lower and the upper points, maximum, minimum points, just the inside, just the outside points. So all this comes under boundary value analysis, or it is also called as boundary testing. So boundary value analysis has a nominal value. Nominal value is the valid field which we need valid set of data that is in between the minimum or maximum values. We have other set of variable values just above the maximum, minimum, just below the maximum, and minimum and the maximum values. So let's take an example over here. Consider there is a pizza delivery application where we need to order an pizza. So for a particular order, we can only place only 10 orders of a pizza. So let's say this is the text box which we need to enter the number of pizzas which we need. And this, let's say this particular box is accepting only 10 number of pizzas. So in this case, when the user ends 1 to 10, it is a valid case and it should show a success message. And in case of invalid inputs from 11 to 99, it should say an invalid order, and it should show the order should be placed only within the 10 number particular set of inputs should be entered into the text box. Let's analyze like what is the conditions which we need to test in this scenario. So point number one is that we need to enter no more greater than 10 digits, that is considered as invalid. And also we should not enter numbers below the particular set of, that is 0, below 0, so it's considered as invalid. And also we shouldn't enter the digits greater than 3, that is more than 100, because it's as per the requirements it says that 11 to 99 are invalid. So as from 100 it's also called as it's considered as invalid. So only valid case over here is 1 to 10 is considered as valid case. So let's check this condition over here. So when we say that it's a valid case is from 1 to 10. So this case is called as valid case. This is the partition, equivalence partition which we are talking about. And from below the 0 it's called as invalid, and from 11 to 9 it is invalid, and from 100 it's invalid. So these are the cases which we need to test right now. So when we comes to equivalence partition, if any values from 1 to 10 is can be taken and can be considered for the inputs. Any one, if any one of those values is a pass, then we will consider all this partition is a pass. It's a pass test case. If we can take any value from this partition 2, and if it's considered to be a true case, then all this partition will be considered as a true or a pass condition. So likewise, if for example, if we take a partition 3, if this partition 3 is if we take in any random inputs, so if it is a failed condition, then all the inputs which we give in this partition 3 is also considered as a failed case. So by this case, we can ensure that each partition class is covered, so that we can ensure we can avoid using testing within the particular range of large input pool. And the same case will consider for boundary value analysis. So here the boundary values will be, in case of invalid will be 0 and 1. In case of valid, it will be 1 to 100. And also partition 3 and 4, 11 to 99. And for third digit number, 3-digit numbers, it will be 100. So here we are considering from 1. We'll check the boundaries as we discussed with this name. So if the 1 is pass, then this this partition 2 will be a pass. This 1 and 10 is pass, then this particular partition will be a pass. So I would like to conclude that by using these two techniques, we can reduce the number of test cases that is managed by a human resource in a large scale. And also we can, without compromising the efficiency and the quality of the testing, we can meet every guideline determining if the test case requirements are met. And also we can ensure the appropriate calculations for a large number of inputs and the variables. So we can use these both techniques to ensure the quality in any kind of test cases in case of input field evaluations. And if in case you have any questions, you feel free to reach me out. And thank you for attending my session.